Welcome, Trail Life USA, North Central Region. It's good to have you here today. My name is CJ Cordell, and I'm with Troop WI 1221 from Ladysmith, Wisconsin. Our troop is into shooting sports, so we are prepared to teach you a little bit about what Trail Life USA offers in regards to shooting sports. We're going to talk about the different materials that you could utilize to help put your program on, and then we're going to cover some basics on cleaning of your firearm. And after that, we're going to move over and talk about some of the safety aspects of shooting, what you need to do to protect yourself. The next phase of the meeting is going to be the different platforms that you could utilize in a .22 rifle round or caliber. And the final thing we're going to do is we're going to go out and shoot some for you today. If you're interested in shooting sports, Trail Life has a wonderful program for you, and the way we're going to get into this is we're going to show you what our shooting sports program has to offer in the way of materials for teaching it to your trailmen. The cover of the shooting sports guidebook that can be purchased from Trail Life USA's shop. The shooting sports guidebook basically lays out different aspects of the shooting program, faith and shooting sports and how those are intertwined, and then they cover integrity, honor, and sportsmanship, and tread lightly principles. Then finally they start getting into first aid and what you should have in a range kit, and safety tips. Now, the other pages in this booklet are the different badges and what's required to earn different badges for Trail Life USA shooting sports. So there's different badges option or available for you. Paintball is one, hunting, rifle, shotgun, muzzle loading, archery, competition, BB gun and airsoft, and finally pistol. Gun cleaning or safety. I would say safety, because if you have a gun that's fouled up, you might accidentally blow it up in your face. So cleaning your gun is a very important thing. We're going to start with this little chipmunk rifle. It's a .22 long rifle caliber, and it's a good little gun for starting kids out when they move up from BB gun or something similar. The rifle is a bolt action, and it's a single shot. So that helps to keep a lot of problems from happening. You wouldn't want to hand a kid a semi-automatic like a Ruger 1022 that's got 10 rounds in it and let him go. Cleaning supplies for this: you'll need a rod to help clean your gun. You're going to need the proper tip to go on that rod. You can see we have a box that has an assortment of tips for different calibers of rifles. The rifle cleaning rod, you want to get one that's a solid piece. The model, you can find some in stores that are broken into segments, and those are probably better off for your shotgun. I don't even know if I'd recommend using a split rod on a rifled shotgun barrel. You want to keep that away from everything that's got rifling in it. The other things are you're going to need a patch, and you're going to need some sort of cleaner. We have different kinds here that we had sitting in the basement, so we thought we'd bring them all out just to show you there's a bunch of different brands and options. The place you want to start is with your rifle barrel. So you need to get your cleaning rod and your patch and your tip on there. Get that ready to go. And then you need to get a cleaner. There's different kinds of cleaners. Some are a spray-in foaming type cleaner, and other ones are just spray it down the barrel and then wipe it out with the patch. This one is we're going to see what happens. I don't think it's foaming. I think it's just, yep, it's just a spray. We're going to spray that down there and let it work its way down. And find that patch that probably blew away. I'll get another one. Let's see. That's one of the problems with having fat fingers. You don't have as much dexterity. All right. I don't know if you can see it on the table or not, but a whole lot of gunk came out with that. Probably wouldn't hurt to run the patch one more time. Sounds like the puppies are getting excited about something. That's normal here. So that patch still has, I don't know if you can see it from there, but that patch still has some fouling that's coming out on it. So it'd probably be wise to spray it again and run some more patches. For time's sake, we're going to kind of skip on past that and put a little cleaner, a little oil on the bolt. And then you can use something like an old toothbrush, or I wouldn't go get your dad's or your older brother's toothbrush, but you're more than welcome to use one of your old toothbrush to kind of scrub everything real nice. Try to get that cleaned out. You can push the bolt forward a little and clean the rest of it that's kind of covered up when it slid all the way back there. And just want to wipe off everything, because you are going to need to apply oil to this, and if you have a bunch of cleaner still on there, that's just going to degrade your oil. So you want to get all the cleaner off. You could even let it air dry a little bit just to make sure she's good and dry before you put oil. Always be aware of the direction that you're pointing the end of your barrel. I realize we're cleaning it and it's open and we can see that there's not anything there, but you should always practice good gun safety and not point the barrel at yourself or something else like another person or a pet. And we're just going to set that down and let it dry a little bit. While we're doing that, we're going to get our oil rag out. This is an old oil rag. I think it's been around since I was a kid hunting squirrels in East Texas, so it should be good and oily as long as it's been being used. But we're going to add more oil just for fun. Make sure there's plenty of oil on it. You want to coat any metal on your rifle with some oil to help keep rust at bay. Rust will eat up metal. It'll make parts like the bolt not slide properly. It'll eat up the chamber and things like that, which could cause rounds to hang up, and that's not good for you. So make sure you get everything rubbed down with some oil. If you get your gun a little damp because you're out shooting and it's misty or raining, you want to make sure you at least oil it. You should probably clean it every time you use it, but the bare minimum, wipe it down with a good oily rag. And that's kind of the quick and easy for cleaning a rifle. Doesn't hurt to leave the bolt open, so you can always make sure she's not going to have an opportunity to accidentally go off. If someone picks it up, you can see what's in the chamber. And the firing pin isn't close to a round if it was in the chamber, if it's open. So, The next thing we want to look at is safety materials or gear. One of the safety recommendations in your Trail Life USA Shooting Sports Guide is to have a first aid kit. First aid kit is going to be handy. I mean, if you look at the inside or the contents of this kit, you might think it wouldn't help a lot if somebody did get shot, but you know what? There's a lot of things that can happen to you while you're shooting or preparing to shoot that aren't going to be life-threatening, but you might want a kit to help clean up a cut and put Band-Aid on the thing or anything of that nature. So always have a kit. The shooting glasses, you need to have eye protection. So you can get shooting glasses that are basically this, or you can get kits or sets that have different colors for your lenses, and they have nice little bags to put them in to help clean them and to keep them safe. Eye protection is very important. You only have one set of eyes. Modern medicine can't replace your eyes. So something else to think about is ear protection. When you're shooting, even if it's a .22 rifle, if you shoot something like that long enough, it's going to start to cause irreparable damage to your ears. The larger calibered rifles can cause even faster damage to your hearing. So these are nice, but if you're shooting large calibers, you also want to wear a pair of these in your ears and then put these over that. These kind of hearing or ear protection, hearing protection actually have built-in mics. You can turn those on, and when you put them on, you and I can hear each other talking, but when a shot goes off, it dampens the sound for you automatically. And that's very, very handy if you're going to spend time on the range with other people. Other things you might think about as far as safety goes might be more in the comfort realm, but you could use a shooting pad. You just kind of looks like a bedroll. It'll roll out, and you can lay down on that to shoot from the prone position. It'll help keep you, if the ground's a little damp, keep you dry. And those are all important things to make sure you enjoy your shooting sports experience more. The next portion of the video is going to cover the different shooting platforms or .22 long rifle platforms. I don't have a representative of each and every one, but I've got most of them. The Chipmunk rifle that we showed you is a single shot rifle with a bolt action. Okay, and bolt action has that little handle that you use to charge it. You close that up, you get one shot out of it, and then to reload you have to open it, pull that open, take the round out. If it doesn't eject it, it should eject it for you. If everything's working properly, you've taken good care of it and kept it clean, and then you put another round in by hand, you close it up, and you get ready to shoot. Okay, another type of platform is a multi-round platform, and this one is a pump, but it has a tube for you to open. Slide that up until you can see where the round's going to go in, and you have a little plunger tip there that is the same color on my gun as the inside of the tube magazine, so you can drop rounds in there, and you have to make sure you drop the round in where the tip of the round or the bullet is pointing the direction it's going to come out of the gun. You kind of see it's widened out down here, and that's so you know the base of the .22 round goes in there, and you put them in until you get it filled up, and then you just close this back down, and whenever you're ready to shoot at something, I've got it open right now so I can see that there's nothing in the chamber, but whenever you want to shoot it, you push this little lever down here in front of the trigger guard, and you can slide your pump back. It'll cycle a round in, you close it up, it's on safety. You get ready and you aim, and whenever you're ready to shoot, then you take it off safety and you can shoot, and after that you can pump another one in until you run out of rounds. And that's how the tube magazine feeds things, with a pump. There's also a semi-auto version, I believe, in the tube magazine. The next one is a semi-auto. It's a Ruger 1022, and let's see, right down here we have a magazine for that. So it has a little circular magazine that fits 10 rounds in it. The action's open on this one and locked back. You put that magazine with the round pointing forward into the base of the Ruger 1022, and then you would pull that back as you push this button, and it loads the first round. So it's loaded now, it's on safety. You don't put your finger in the trigger guard, and you would be able to aim just like you do with this, take it off safety and fire. And when you fire with this, because it's semi-auto, it's going to automatically load another round, another live round in, and eject the empty for you. So that's the difference between semi-auto and pump. We're going to drop the mag out. We're still on safety. We're going to kick that round out, hopefully. Well, there's a safety issue. Got a round that's not coming out, so you wouldn't want to keep messing with that. You want to, or just leave it there. You want to find something to take that out with. I think I can get it out with this. So anyway, we'll pop that out, check it, make sure it's clear, put that down. There's another platform that shoots 22 long rifle here on the end of the table, and that is a pistol. It's a semi-auto pistol made by Taurus. This is my wife's little pistol. You put a round into the barrel and close it, and then you load the magazine with 22 long rifle rounds, and you slide that in, and when you take your first shot, it'll cycle one out of the magazine into the pistol for you. There was something else I wanted to show you. This looks like a useless hunk of plastic at this point, right? This is a Henry survival rifle, and everything you need for this rifle packs into the stock of it. They have space for an extra magazine right here, and then they have a magazine. It comes with 2 magazines, and one stored right there. But what we do here is you put in the firing mechanism, tighten this bolt at the bottom until it's good and snug, and then you put this barrel on, making sure that you get the slot lined up on the barrel and the action that you're putting it on. You tighten down the nut here, and then you have the little charging, not much of a charging handle, but you can open that up. There's nothing in your barrel, there's no magazine in it, and safety on this is with this little lever here pulled all the way back. Different rifles have safeties in different locations. Some are push buttons and some are little levers you flip. The biggest safety you'll ever find is this one right here. Don't put your finger in the trigger guard. Keep your fingers outside the trigger guard, and that's kind of where the buck stops, is you keep your finger out of the trigger guard. So you can put your magazine in, and this guy will fire like a semi-auto, and you pull that back and load your first round, and then you've got a little rifle that you can take to use if you need to feed yourself with some wild game, because you end up spending more time in the woods than you thought you might. And the beauty of it is it's very lightweight. It all breaks down and stores in your pack quite easily. Probably not the most accurate thing in the world, but if you practice with it and get it sighted in, it'll probably do the job of keeping you alive if you needed to shoot rabbits or squirrels or something like that, to have a meal when you were stuck in the wilderness. That is the extent of what we're going to cover for shooting different platforms for the 22 long rifle. We're going to talk about some safety issues, some of which simply pertain to using the right type of ammo. 22 has 22 shorts, 22 long rifle, 22 Magnum, and if you put a gun that is set up for 22 long rifle, if you put anything into that gun like 22 Magnum, you're going to run a high risk of injuring yourself and at very least damaging your gun. So make sure you're using the right kind of ammo. You want to look on your box, it'll say 22 long rifle on the box, and you don't want it to say 22 Magnum. The other place you look is on the firearm itself. A lot of times the firearm's going to have it stamped on it what its rifle or what the caliber is. Can't seem to find it there quick enough. This one has it right on the top of the barrel. It says it'll take 22 shorts, long and long rifle, but not 22 Magnum. All right, safety issues. Don't point the barrel at anything that you don't intend to shoot. So you need to be very cognizant, whether you think your gun is loaded or not, of the direction that you're pointing the barrel. That's with you in the woods by yourself, or if you're at the range shooting, if you're at the range shooting with friends and family, if you're at a school where you're being instructed in how to shoot, we'll assume it goes to the military. Anywhere you go, that's something you need to be very cautious about is how you're pointing that gun at something that you don't want to shoot. You always take care of others around you and yourself. Other safety issues would be not putting your finger into the trigger guard until you're ready to shoot. There's a whole list of things and rules that you can go by in the paperwork here, Shooting Sports Guidebook. I'll look through and just kind of hit a few of the points. I know I didn't cover everything. Gold standard in gun safety. First one, always keep your gun pointed in a safe direction. The second one, keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. And always keep the gun unloaded until you're ready to use it. All right. Faith in shooting sports. Colossians 3:8. But now you yourselves are to put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy language out of the mouth. Why would it be important to put off anger, wrath, and malice when you're participating in shooting sports? Because it's going to increase the risk of you doing something that you shouldn't and harming somebody or something that you didn't mean to. All right, we are here in our shooting range at the farm just outside of Ladysmith, Wisconsin.
Hey Trailman, so you guys talked a little bit earlier today about the Hybrid Light 22 fundraiser. When you sell 48 Hybrid Light flashlights, you can earn this really cool Trail Life USA rifle case, which is a really pretty cool case. It's all nice and ripstop nylon. It's strong. It's got a good handle on it. It's also got a little something inside. A Henry model H00122. So check that out. You can earn this rifle. Now, a rifle like this is something that you will have for your entire life and you will leave with your kids. This is a serious fundraising prize and something that is really worth working for. And the hybrid lights is a really great deal. Check this out. Trail Life USA engraved right in the stock. You don't see that too often, do you?